What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do extra steps. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Those extra steps when I'm over my 10,000, and you guys may want to apply this as well. Let's say I end up with 14,000 steps today, which is very possible. Tomorrow, if I'm doing my steps and I fall a little shy of the 10,000, let's say I hit like 8,000, I'll go ahead and just let it be that, because I did 4,000 over the goal the previous day. So I fell under 2,000 on that day. However, I still have a net positive of 2,000 steps. So you can use that, or you can be an overachiever, because there are times where I'll be over 4,000 steps, and that following day I'll still go for 10,000. I'll just keep going, and that following day I may end up 1,000 or 2 over what the goal is, and just keep stacking. So it just really depends on how much time you have that day and if you're in the mood to overachieve or not. Shout out to you guys, though, my subs. Thank you very much for following along with me on this path to 5,000 rather. I'm thinking of the math I just did with the steps. My path to 5,000 subs. Let me sit right here for a second before I get out there and do a few more. But man, let's get into this topic, which is some of these red pill dating gurus. Now, I'm not gonna drop no names. I was tempted to, but I'm not gonna drop no names. But some of these guys, the advice they be giving out is just crazy, man. I didn't see one say you got to be making 50,000 a month to be a grown man. I didn't see dudes say that you got to be 7 inches at minimum, or she not gonna feel you. That's not my struggle, so I don't know if that's true or not. But that's a pretty funny one, because let's just be for real here. You can't pick that. Right? You can't pick that. Nobody has the option to pick that. If men could come into this world picking what size their package was, of course everybody would take the big one. So, you're blessed with what you're blessed with. But to be like, oh, she just ain't gonna feel you if you ain't got 7 or more. What are you doing, man? Are you trying to give these people encouragement, or are you trying to put them on suicide watch? I don't know. I seen one say that people think you ugly because they didn't say bless you when you sneezed. This is just some insane stuff, man. And I'm laughing about it, but in many ways it's not funny. It's sad, because guys really do take this stuff that people say seriously. Now, the one did, and I'm not gonna drop his name either. He would do loyalty tests, and I thought that was interesting. He would, I guess, for a fee, he would slide into your girl's DMs, and he would, be flirty and basically see if she want to link up. A lot of them failed. All right, so that's why I really didn't have a problem with that one, because he actually was providing them some sort of value. You may not agree with it or not, but he actually was providing some sort of value. Because if you think you got this super loyal chick and she not, best find out now than later on. I've said before, is your chick loyal really, or has she just not been tested yet? I made a video before saying that. So seeing that the dude was doing the loyalty test, basically, I thought that was a really interesting thing. I actually thought that was cool. But even that guy said some really corny stuff. I ain't gonna put him on blast, but he said some really corny stuff. Man, I get why guys listen to these dudes, because many young men, they need guidance. They don't have a father figure. And so they're kind of looking for somebody to like give them some game, and point them in the right direction. So I get it. But man, listen, if you are going to place yourself in that role of being the male figure that they look to for guidance, actually provide some guidance instead of trying to like just shoot down their esteem, because that's not helping at all. Telling them that if they don't make X amount of dollars, especially like 50 G's, come on now, man. Like come on now. Like who really is making that a month? I mean, there are some guys out there killing it, but in your audience, who really is making that? And if they are making that, they wouldn't be watching your stuff. So you're basically just telling all of the people who follow you that they not a real man unless they do this. They not a real man unless they do that. It's always something testing your manhood. It's always some superficial thing that they come up with, where if you're not doing this, you're a loser. If you're not doing this, you're ugly. Or if women aren't saying this, you're ugly. You know, if women aren't telling you you're attractive, you're probably not attractive. I mean, okay, sure. That's actually kind of makes sense. If you're not getting compliments about your looks, maybe you're not as good looking as you like to believe. Okay. But then, another one was talking about if she doesn't buy you expensive gifts, it's because you're not attractive. Listen, man, a lot of women just don't buy expensive gifts. Now, I've had plenty of women buy me expensive gifts. I've gotten so many sneakers. I've gotten colognes. I've gotten clothing items. So, I've never really had that issue, women buying me, expensive gifts. But I don't think that's because a person is ugly or not. Like if a chick is really feeling you, she's really into you, just loving your energy, your aura, really locked into you, she's going to do stuff like that for you. She's going to buy you gifts, some more than others, some expensive, especially for like your birthday and Christmas and stuff. She's going to really make some stuff happen for you. She's going to do acts of service for you, like, cook you stuff, bake you stuff. She's going to send you those random nudes. Just all of the things that lets you know that a woman has high attraction. But that's what that is. That's just high attraction, which comes in various different forms. It's not necessarily, oh, you're just ugly. That's why she's not doing this stuff for you. So these guys, in many cases, what they're doing is just to sell you a product. They're not offering a whole lot of value. They're just trying to sell you a product. And their product is usually overpriced as all get out, and it doesn't really help you out with anything either. I done seen so many, they talking about teaching you how to buy real estate, teaching you how to pick stocks, just all types of stuff that you could just learn on your own with a quick search on YouTube. So beware of this, man. I'm speaking on this because I've been seeing a couple different ones in particular really get roasted lately for some of the stuff they've been saying, some of their advice that they've been given. And there's a lot of guys that really need to be corrected. Like, don't fall under the sway of this stuff. You are not, and I repeat, you are not going to buy some course and become a Chad. That's just not going to happen. You can waste as much money on this stuff as you want, buying people's courses for hundreds of dollars. You are not going to go from being some nerd that chicks typically avoid to some Chad that she's going to be throwing herself at by watching a series of videos from somebody's overpriced course of how to go from being a nerd to a Chad. It's just not going to happen. If you want to become that Chad, it's possible, but you're going to have to go about it a different way. You're going to have to, I've basically given you guys the game with this. Get your game together, get your money together. You got to step up your confidence, all this sort of stuff. I'm giving you this stuff for free. They want you to pay hundreds of dollars for their course that's not going to help you. Above all, you have to actually put this stuff into practice. You actually have to do the stuff. You can't just watch videos. You have to go out there and make stuff happen. You got to buy better clothes. You have to groom yourself. I know I'm looking rough because of the winter arc, but you got to groom yourself. Do some looks maxing. Like, you have to really put some work in if you want that sort of thing to change. These guys with their courses, they're not going to help you get there. You're going to have to figure out how to get there on your own. And there'll be some help, but most of all, you're going to have to put the information that you learn into practice. There's plenty of free information out there that will help you kind of point you in the right direction of where you need to go to turn your life around. If you want more women, you want more money, all that sort of stuff, you can get there. But you're not going to get there buying these courses, man. I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but some of you, it really seemed like you need like a big brother to go ahead and tell you this. So here I am, Big Brother Chris, telling you. I hope this lands for whoever needed to hear it. I appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.